Hello and welcome to the episode of the North Andover Journal. We are your hosts, North Andover Cam Kids Fall Class 2017.
We've got a great show for you today, including a new Merchant of the Month segment.
We have an update from our town manager, Andrew Mailer.
And an interview with the North Andover High School's first female kicker on the varsity football team.
All that and more in this episode of North Andover Journal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Don Pease, president of the North Andover Merchants Association, and I'm at 757 Turnpike Street at Stop and Shop in North Andover with store manager Don Monti. So tell me a little bit about your history and your history with Stop and Shop.
Well, I came to work in 1987 with Stop and Shop as a produce manager, and was a produce manager for a few years and decided that I just wanted to do more, and went on the management program, was a night manager for a while, specialist in produce for a while, was out on the road opening up new stores, and just moving my way through the ranks, and became a store manager about 18 years ago, and numerous stores. This is probably like my fifth store that I've managed. And it's been quite an experience. Each store is unique in its own way, different towns, different cities, different clientele, different associates. So it's never the same, so that's what makes it interesting. I think that's the most important thing, and the people are, the associates are really great. A lot of people have been around a long time. So you see somebody in one store and then you travel to another store and transfers happen, and so you end up with the same people at different times, which is pretty good, and you see how their careers move on, because Stop and Shop really takes pride in promoting and bringing people to a different level. We really do with our training programs and all of that there. So it's exciting. It really is. It's good.
So with your company being very community oriented, tell me a bit about what you do within the local communities here.
In the local community, we're pretty involved with a lot of the elementary schools, with pasta nights and raffles and all kinds of things like that. We do tours in the store for different groups. Little kids come in and we'll walk the store with them, take them in back rooms, show them all kinds of stuff, give them apples or whatever. And we're very involved with the veterans in town, very involved with St. Michael's, with the food bank. We're in the middle of our Food for Friends program right now, where we raise money for them, and all the money goes right to the food bank for the holidays and things like that. We do coat drives. It just goes on and on. There's a lot of things we do. We were involved with the tree lighting this past November, after Thanksgiving. It was our first year there, and it was very, very nice and successful, which is good. Along with the vineyard, we made this big gift basket and ended up raffling it off. There was gift cards in there, Stop and Shop gift cards. There were lottery tickets in there. There were cheeses, there were wine, there was crackers, the candy. There was all kinds of stuff in it. So from what I hear, everybody enjoyed it. So that was a good one. That was probably the first time that we really did something that wide right here. In September, we actually did Andover Day. We were part of Andover Day, and myself and two other gentlemen were on the grill all day. We cooked almost 300 pounds of steak tips, and we had Richie's slush and all kinds of giveaways, and it's really good. Myself and the store manager in Andover, Joe Manganaro, really is good behind it, and my boss, Sean Lynch, and the whole DCT team, which is all the specialists, the bakery specialists, the florist specialists, meat specialists, all those guys were all together, front end specialists. So it was a great event. We had a good time. Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. You are very quiet about what you do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dom, so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit and tell us about what goes on in here. So this is our last episode for 2017. Looking forward to seeing you all again in 2018. Have a great holiday season.
I just wanted to mention one more thing. We have a program here with Stop and Shop. It's called A+, and it's a really very simple program. What you do is you go on stopandshop.com/A+, and you register your Stop and Shop card, and you register the school. Anybody in your family can pick two schools, and the two schools, for every dollar you spend, a portion of that money goes to the school. It's a great way to help the community, and the money going to that school is a check from Stop and Shop, and they can use that for anything that they want. There's no requirements from Stop and Shop on what you purchase. You can get musical equipment, you can get pens, pencils, whatever you need. The money is completely yours. This last year, there was 4 schools that we donated to, and I gave away almost $5,000. So do the right thing, get online, register your school, register your card, and start getting some free money for the kids. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I am Andrew Mailer, Town Manager here in North Andover, and wanted to give you another monthly update relative to what's happening around town. First of all, the master planning process, something that a community does every 15 or 20 years, is ongoing, and there's still opportunities for citizens to participate to affect what the town looks like over the next 20 years moving forward. So if you have an opportunity, look at the town's website, find how you can engage in the process. We welcome your involvement and feedback relative to that. In addition to that, the planning board has been involved in crafting a marijuana bylaw to address the legalization of marijuana, which was passed as part of a referendum question, I believe last year, signed into law this July. In addition to that, there was obviously a medical marijuana referendum that was passed back in 2012. So the planning board is working on a comprehensive bylaw. There's been a lot of conversation about the topic of marijuana, both locally, statewide, and nationally. And so, again, all you can do to catch up in those kinds of conversations to make sure that you're engaged is something that I think I'd certainly encourage you to do. You can always call my office if you have any questions. Additionally to that, we've started the capital planning process, and we're always focused on improving our assets around the town, roadways and public buildings. I'm pleased to announce that the town in the next week or so, we're in mid-December, will be executing contracts with Triumph Construction to build the kindergarten facility that was approved at town meeting. Very exciting project that will impact in a very positive way our school district, reduce average classroom size, provide more support services per student than we historically have had. It's really an exciting project. I would expect that project will be complete in time to open up in the school year in September of 2018, again freeing up additional classroom space in each of the elementaries. We're also moving forward and should be opening this month the expanded and renovated DPW facility. Very excited about that. Maybe the North Andover Cam will come and show you around the building from a video perspective. And next on the agenda, a very, very important project is the Senior Center expansion project. It looks to be, and there'll be more news to follow, very exciting news in the next month or so, that's likely to be a newly constructed independent senior center which will service the needs of our seniors not only now but into the future. Again, not all the information is set in stone right now. I'm still working through some of the specifics, but I think there's going to be very exciting news about the opportunity to build a brand new senior center in town, something we sorely need and something that respects the investment the seniors have made in this community, so I'm looking forward to that. In addition to the capital planning process, which will conclude shortly as we prepare 5 months, almost 6 months from now for town meeting, the budgeting process will fall on the heels of that. Everything is operating well. I would expect the budget process to go as it has for the last 5 or 6 years seamlessly. I certainly expect at this point that there'll be a consensus budget between the Finance Committee, School Committee, and Board of Selectmen. So it's all good news. The town is well positioned, and quite frankly, we're prepared to move forward and continue to progress the communities in ways that I hope you appreciate. And again, I look forward to speaking to you next month. Have a great holiday season.
Welcome to the 2017 Market Basket Shopping Spree. This is to raise money for the North Andover Santa Parade, sponsored by the North Andover Police Association and the North Andover Merchants Association. This year's winner was Chris Holland, a North Andover firefighter. And it would have been neat because last year we had a police-related winner. This year fire, maybe a little competition. Unfortunately, Chris is feeling a little under the weather. So like last year, you can get a stand-in runner, and Chris has gotten probably the best stand-in runner he could have gotten. He got his mother, Beth Holland. Well, Beth is going to be running for Chris today. Beth, it's a 3-minute shopping spree. The rules are 1 carriage at a time. If you want to get another carriage, you have to bring the first one up and leave it at the front. I will be following you. I will give you all the times. Gift cards are off limits. Basically anything that you can normally get yourself when you're shopping, that's open game. Okay? Any questions?
No. Ready to go.
On your mark, get set, go!
I
It wasn't as fast as the shopper as I thought it could be, but did the best I could.
You did a great job. Very practical, Beth. All right. Looks like there could be some stocking stuffers in there. I'm not sure. And I'm sure Chris appreciates it, and maybe you'll share some of it with him.
I might, maybe.
Great job.
Have a great
job.
Christmas.
The Homes want to thank the Police Department, the Merchants Association, and most of all EJ for everything he's done for the parade. And next year, have a nice parade.
Before we end the show, we want to leave you all with some upcoming community holiday events.
North Andover CAM will be having its 6th annual Santa Call-In Show on Friday, December 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You can watch the show live on CAM Access or on YouTube live stream. You just have to call 978-687-6570 to talk to Santa.
There will be a Polar Express pajama party at the North Andover YMCA on Saturday, December 16th.
Drop your kids off and enjoy a night to yourself as they watch the Polar Express, enjoy dinner, hot chocolate, and a snowflake making craft.
The movie starts at 6 p.m. and the pre-registration is required. The maximum for this event is 30 kids.
The Friends of Arnold Parker State Forest will be hosting a winter solstice celebration on the shortest day of the year, Thursday, December 21st.
Learn more about this day, which is so important to Asian people, and share a cup of hot cocoa with your neighbors. This event starts at 3 p.m.
And here's something you won't want to miss: a meteor shower on the night of the 22nd into the early morning of the 23rd.
The observing conditions this year will be ideal, but very cold, so dress accordingly.
As always, if you have a news story, an idea for a segment, or if you just want to get involved, please email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org.
And if you want to see these stories the second they happen, you can find them airing on our channel in between shows or on our social media pages.
Like Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
And YouTube.
that will wrap things up for this week.
Thanks for watching! North Andover Cam Kids Fall Class 2017.
We've got a great...
You said you were prepared since...